stars of Whose Line Is It Anyway is bringing his new improv comedy show to Modesto and Sacramento. So John, standing by, eager to get all the details. Hey, Dabs.
So excited, ladies and gentlemen. It is the great Colin Mochrie joining us live this morning. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Okay, so I took an improv class years ago. I spent hours watching videos of you on YouTube, only to realize I am no good. But I'm curious how you got started in improv and how you decided to make this your path in comedy, because a lot of folks try to be stand-up, sketch comedy. How did improv become your thing?
First of all, I love the fact that you think that I had any choice in this. I first, back in the last century, it was 1980, I saw a demonstration of improv, and it was still a fairly new art form at that point. I got involved with an improv group, found that I enjoyed it and I could do it, and just kept plugging along until Whose Line Is It Anyway happened to showcase the one talent I have. So because of that show, I was able to tour and do what I love as often as I can.
So how often do people, when they recognize you, approach you and say, oh, is that really improv or is that scripted?
Yeah, it's really irritating. It really is. They go, well, there's no way you can do that. They only believe it's improvised if it sucks. Then they go, oh yeah, that was made up. My thing is, I think they can't believe that we do it because they can't. And my thing is, I can't do brain surgery, but I believe in it.
That is such a good way to put it. Okay, so now you are touring with Brad Sherwood, who is one of your longtime partners. Give us an idea of the show, what people can expect when they see it.
Yeah, we like to say it's a live version of Whose Line with just the funny guys. Everything starts with a suggestion from the audience. It's even more interactive than a TV show. We have audience members on stage with us for about 70% of the show. It's all goofy, wacky fun. It's not political. It's just, we're all there to have a good time.
So I mentioned that I had taken some classes years back. I can remember being on stage at times thinking, wow, this is not working. I'm curious, from your early days in improv, can you share with us a story of a time where you thought, this is not going well?
There are so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, the beauty of improv, it's like a 50-50 proposition at best.
Yeah.
But I remember a time where I was doing a scene, the audience started booing, so I just brought them up on stage and I sat in the audience and said, you think it's so easy? You do it. That didn't really win them over.
You know, did anybody come on stage? Did they do it?
Yeah, there was about 6 people just looking lost. And I go, yep, that's exactly what it's like.
Exactly. That's how I feel. Okay, would you humor me in playing an improv game before we go?
Sure.
Are you familiar with Fortunately, Unfortunately?
No.
Okay, so I say a statement like, fortunately, I got this job, and then you reply with, unfortunately, something else, and then I say, we'll do that a couple times back and forth. Is that okay?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fortunately, I got hired for a job as an elephant trainer at the zoo.
Unfortunately, the cleanup is worth more than the actual job.
Fortunately, my previous job was as a dry cleaner.
Unfortunately, it was for a firing squad.
All right, we will leave it at that. He had never heard of the game, and he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be performing at the Gallo Center in Modesto and Crest Theater in Sacramento. That's February 16th, Modesto, February 17th here in Sacramento. Curious, in this tour that you've done, have you had inadvertently jokes or acts repeat themselves because they come out during the improv?
Yeah, I'm sure some things have, but Brad and I really work hard to make sure that we're constantly uncomfortable and that there's no chance we can repeat ourselves. So we're constantly coming up with different ways of asking for suggestions so we don't get the same suggestion. If we do get the same suggestion, we usually don't take it. We'll try and find something that's more interesting or something that's harder. So it's rare.
I ask that because you go see your favorite stand-up comic, they do the same material every night. These guys put on a new show every single time they hit the stage. The great Colin Mochrie, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And again, it is February 16th, Modesto Gallo Center, February 17th, Crest Theater in Sacramento. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. And I thought your improv was pretty good.
Oh, Well, I'm going to put that on my resume.
He said pretty good.
Unfortunately, not forever.
Yeah, it was good for a news anchor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Colin, thank you so much.
Thank
That
you.
was good. That was fun. I dig it.
Between that and Dan Rather telling me he thought I was a good news anchor,
Life made.
look, I've parlayed that into this.